as an early lead, as a side-by-side battle for the lead with a 13. Three-wide battle here, the 4. Noah Wilson behind the 22 of Nate Smith.
And Nate Smith is actually one of the contenders for this race.
As further back in the pack, we have Busta running a Dale Earnhardt tribute, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. tribute to his 2014 Daytona 500 win. That's an interesting looking paint. Ooh, a little contact. 39 and the 23 bumping down the front straightaway. That's allowing the 13 to get a run on these two. Now the thing with Homestead is that there's multiple lines that you can run.
That is very true, Evan. And the way that you have to run this racetrack is that you have to be very precise on what line you want to run, which line you're strong on. And the way when I'm racing around here, I always want to tend the high line, or we call it the Larson line.
Pass for the lead. Noah Wilson out in front, as now Alexander Cooks falls back to second, and a battle for third continuing between Nate Smith and a Burr in the 36. Two championship contenders right under a blanket here, as Noah Wilson holds the lead, as Alex Cooks pushing the 52 of Noah Wilson deep into the corner, as he's running that high line made famous by Kyle Larson. We look on the 22 of Nate, now side by side with the 23 of Lofton, as your two championship contenders up front, jockeying around for position.
And as they battle it out, Noah Wilson has taken a roaring lead and dominating here at Miami.
He's a big lead over second right now, as now these two are battling side by side, as now they've seemed to get slot in line, as here comes the 39 looking to get a run on Nate, the 36 of a Burr, and the 14 of Alex Cook. And I'm sure right now that's at the back of his mind, as Carson Lofton around in 3 and 4 up in front of traffic, and that's a caution. That should be a caution, as two cars are around the 47 and the 23.
Before that caution came out, a Burr made an aggressive move coming into 3 and 4 on Alexander Cooks, and he got so lucky that caution came out for them.
Carson Lofton went down, got loose in turns 1 and 2, down into the grass on the apron, and then came back up, overcorrecting it, came back up on track and in front of the 47. As a caution out early here, Noah Wilson, your leader, Alexander Cooks in second, and a Burr now in fourth, as it's Nate Smith in third. At least two in 3 of the 4 series, as we get ready for a restart, and a big bad restart for the 52 of Noah Wilson, as the 47, a huge jump.
They're going 3 wide already, going
4 wide.
4 wide.
Carson Lofton threading the needle, looking for second, as it's Nate, Noah, and Carson for second, as now the 47 slips back to the back of the pack, and Alexander Cooks now in the lead. Bit of contact between Noah Wilson and the 50 and the 4, or 23, excuse me.
That got a little bit sketchy right there off the restart, going
I don't know how they managed to keep it straight. The 47, the biggest loser of that battle, had a good restart, had the lead, but then just dropped after contact from the wall. As now a Burr looking underneath the 22, and the 52 looking underneath, trying to make it 3 wide. As now a Burr looking to take second away from Nate, tries to slide up, doesn't work, contact. There's still contact.
What are they doing? Ooh. This is only the beginning of the race.
More contact between the 23 and the 30s.
Noah Wilson has been really strong on that bottom, and Alexander Cooks is trying to hold that Larson line for him and try to hold the lead
They
from Noah
slot back
Wilson.
in, but here comes Carson Lofton in the 23, looking to go three wide, and he's pushing it. He's definitely
Noah
looking.
Wilson's going to take the lead away from Alexander Cooks. And Alexander Cooks is
New
still
leader.
holding that line. Contact!
3 cars under a blanket. Make that 5.
Oh my.
Make it 6.
Oh my.
As Noah Wilson still going after Alex Cooks.
This is an absolute intense battle between Alexander Cooks and Noah Wilson. Noah Wilson's trying to take that lead away from him, and Alexander Cooks is not allowing it. And Alexander Cooks is still holding that outside line, and Noah Wilson's still looking on the inside.
As a battle for second now brewing between 3 cars, the 23, the 22, and the 36. More contact!
Alexander Cooks is being so aggressive with Noah Wilson, even though they're teammates. Here comes Noah Wilson down on the bottom, trying to take that lead away again.
On board with the 23s. He's into the wall a little bit, but still looking to get a run on these 2 drivers, as they're still side by side.
Someone's got to give. Someone's got to.
Alex Cooks comes back, slots just in front of the 23.
Carson Lofton trying to take it away with
Carson Lofton, there's been contact.
Wow,
my goodness. My goodness.
Straight aggression. Oh my, that was a tough break for Alexander Cooks.
As it's now 3 wide almost, as Nate Smith tried to go 3 wide. As we're going to take a break from the action, we'll be back after these messages.
Let me take you dancing. 2 step to the bedroom. We don't need no dance. Let me see your waist move. Anything can happen. Ever since I met you, don't let you imagine, baby.
Welcome back. We've got some more devastating news. The 47 joins the 4 of Tanner, as he is also out of this race, as Burr is still trying to dig in, trying to get back up to this field, as Carson Lofton has fallen off the pace.
And Noah Wilson has been taking a roaring lead again away from Alexander Cooks. And also Burr trying to gain back some ground to be in at least in contention to win this championship. He really needs a caution here.
Indeed he does, as these guys have now somewhat settled down after the start of this race, as they're now running single file all the way through this field, beginning with the 52, as now Alex Cooks.
Before you say that, because Alex Cooks is trying to go back in from the outside line.
Alex Cooks with the run on the outside now, door to door, down the front straightaway, contact.
He's trying to get that side draft, he hits the wall, and he's trying to take the lead away from Noah Wilson.
Here comes Wilson.
Now you gotta think about, what about their tires? Who's gonna take these green flag pit stops, if there is one?
I have a feeling Carson's used up all his tires, that's why he's fallen back to as far as he is. And these two right now aren't saving their tires, they're going hard. Slide job, and switch back. That's the good old swapperoonie by Noah Wilson.
What an absolute move by Noah Wilson.
That's a powerhouse move by Noah Wilson. Taking back the lead as we're riding on board with the 14 of Alexander Cooks, as we get to see what line he's taking up close, as he is running almost up along that wall, trying to get the run on the outside off of turn 2 down the straight to get to the bumper of the 52 of Noah Wilson, as he's got the run here, but it's all about carrying it into the next corner and being able to make that move.
You gotta make every right move. You can't make any mistakes out here in Miami. If you make one small mistake, you could be out of contention. Unfortunately, like for a Burr, unless there's a caution.
A Burr needs a caution in order to get caught back up. Same with the 23 of Carson Lofton. So Alex Cooks has a run on the outside, but Noah Wilson prevails down on the bottom.
Noah Wilson has been really strong in that bottom line. So has Alexander Cooks with the high line. And here comes the 13 trying to make something happen.
Here comes Fortnite fan in the 13 running in third.
36 of a bird. Noah Wilson taking that risky green flag pit stop and actually turned out really well for him. And
he managed to stay on the lead lap,
which is absolutely crazy. And also Alexander Cooks when Noah Wilson took that green flag pit stop and held the lead, he had to make all the blocks and moves that he possibly could that everyone tried to throw at him when he was trying to be passed.
Yeah.
I honestly think the way Alexander Cooks is driving this race car right now, he's going to win this race and the championship.
It's very possible, as Alex Cooks has been one of the championship favorites for a long time, as we take a look at that beautiful number 52 of Noah Wilson.
He is absolutely...
As he is just cruising. That car is on rails. No cautions will be handed out within 3 laps to go. Once they hit 3 to go, no cautions will be out. As Alex Cooks is around! Alexander Cooks is around!
Not Alex Cooks! Alex Cooks! Oh no! That is
Alexander Cooks as now both playoff drivers, both championship cars, have now had problems, as a Burr in the 36 spun earlier in the race, and now the 14 of Alexander Cooks is around as well, as the 29 and the 39, the 23 and the 39 racing hard as they're now down the front straightaway, as the 39 just put the 23 into the wall right there, as we're getting set for the green flag. Noah Wilson leads them to green. Slow restart for everybody, but they're getting back. Noah Wilson getting a big push from the 13. Here comes Carson Lofton.
And there was Alexander Cooks
almost 3 wide.
They're about to be 3 wide if something's
3
about to go
wide.
wrong.
They are all over each other. As now the 13 in second. As here comes Alexander Cooks trying to look underneath the 23 of Carson Lofton. We're looking at the 39.
Carson Lofton, he couldn't do it, but here he comes, and a Burr is now in last. And back to that mention about Nate Smith leaving Bonk Squad, that is very true. Nate Smith is going to part ways with Bonk Squad and actually create his team, his own team.
125 MRT is the new team that Nate Smith is creating, and he's actually going to compete in the Truck Series as well, taking over the Nice Motorsports numbers package. As this is an interesting race here, as strategy, we sit and wait. Noah Wilson out first. Nate Smith
and here comes
out.
Alexander Cooks and beats him. He beat him.
Alex Cooks with big strategy.
He beat him.
That is the second time Alexander Cooks has played massive strategy to take the lead under pit stops.
Absolutely insane. Now we gotta see what a Burr will do, especially him being in the back of the pack and Alexander Cooks actually now in the lead.
Now, a little backstory on Noah Wilson. He is a 2-time NORA champion winner. He's won Season 1 and he's won Season 2. The last couple of seasons, this season and last season, was labeled as the downfall of Noah Wilson. Noah Wilson did not have the best of seasons last year in Season 5. And in Season 6, he statistically had a worse season, still made the playoffs, but failed to make it through to, I think, the 4th round in the Cup Series. So, coming out here and winning after 2 whole seasons of not getting a win, it's going to be a lot on Noah Wilson. It's going to be a big weight lifted off of Noah's shoulders. It sucks that a Season 2 2-time champion in the Cup division has had such bad seasons the last couple of years, but just to come back out and just finish the season on a high note, that's gonna bring a lot of momentum in 2 weeks' time for the Daytona 500. So if you are joining in late, there was drama early in the race where Nate Chops in the 80, both drivers, the 23 and the 80, are now out of this race. But Nate Chops dove bomb turns 3 and 4, came up the track into the 23. That caused the 80 to slam the outside wall, the 39 to turn the 23, which happened early in this race, which caused the 23 to end his day early. And they're saying, and now Nate is saying that he didn't try to wreck the 23 of Carson Lofton or anybody, and Carson's coming out and saying that he can't drive, and there's a lot of drama.
That is very, very...
And now Carson Lofton is calling out Jacob Brooks. Late-breaking story, saying that Jacob Brooks is cocky. So, a lot of rivalries to look forward to heading into Season 7 of NORA, going into Daytona in 2 weeks' time.
Uh-oh. And Alexander Cooks is trying to be aggressive
Cooks
on Noah Wilson.
all
See if he can
over
make a
the
move.
52, down deep in the corner.
And he slams the door.
Alex Cooks running the bottom for the first time in this race.
Push.
Alexander
He ran
Cooks,
that bottom-
contact!
And contact with Noah Wilson, and he slams the
He
door
keeps
on
it
Burr,
straight.
and Burr's trying
He
to make
keeps
a
it
move on
straight,
him.
but a Burr right behind Alexander Cooks.
What an absolute recovery from Alexander Cooks in this championship race. Absolutely amazing. Great driving right there. And now Alexander
These
Cooks trying to
guys
get back at Nate
are
Smith
class acts, man.
And a Burr sliding up on the 39 right now, slamming him into the wall. And here comes Alexander Cooks trying to get that outside on Noah Wilson. And Noah Wilson closes the door on him, and he's going down to the bottom.
Big run, Nate Smith looking on a huge run
And Smith moves him.
on the 14, as now they're side by side.
This is absolutely intense right now. Absolutely intense. Here comes not Nate Smith, Alexander Cooks, excuse me, trying to make that run to get back on Noah Wilson with Nate Smith.
I don't know how many laps are. I don't even know how many laps are being ran at this race. So we can't tell you.
Either.
We can't tell you how many laps are left in this race. But action and drama.
Which is absolutely insane. And
Sounds about right for a NORA League race. As Nate Smith looking on the outside of Alex Cooks.
Noah Wilson won, and your champion is Alexander Cooks.
Wow. Speaking of how many laps are left, that was the end of it.
That was an absolute amazing race.
Noah Wilson is your winner here in the NORA 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. And Alexander Cooks is your Season 6 champion. How about that, everybody? Thank you guys. That was... I can't even begin to sum up this race. This race was incredible. We had action almost every single lap of this race. We had drama. We talked about the drama between Carson and Nate Chops. There was drama between Nate Smith and a Burr at one point. We had championship drama when Alex Cooks spun twice when a Burr spun. This race has got to go down in NORA history as the best race ever, and we got to witness it live, and you guys got to witness it on broadcast on YouTube.